What's going on, everyone? Talon here, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the new uniform upgrade system, and I'm going to be giving you my thoughts about it. At the time of this recording, the uniform upgrade system is new and it has only been out for a couple of days now. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright, so as you can see here, if you're going to want to upgrade one of your uniforms, you are going to need some bios for that character, some Nordstones, and then some uniform upgrade kits, I believe is what those are called. But that in itself isn't too bad. But then you're going to need this required uniform, which is a random uniform. It can be from any character, not related to the character that you're upgrading in any way at all. So as you can see, I'm going to need the Green Goblin Ultimate Uniform if I want to upgrade Captain Marvel's Miss Marvel uniform, which is a uniform that I never plan on picking up. So before this, I probably would never even consider the uniform, and I still don't think I'm going to get the uniform as it is right now. But as you can see, you're going to be forced to buy some uniforms that you don't want if this is a character that you actually really want to upgrade, which in my opinion is the wrong way to go about this upgrade system. So basically what this is telling me is that they're going to make the game a lot harder for free-to-play players, because these uniforms, they are not cheap if you're free to play, because you're not going to be able to grind crystals. All you do is get them from your daily, and then if you rank up some heroes, you can get some here and there for their leveling, but it's nothing significant to where you can afford getting all these uniforms. So let's go ahead then and check out what kind of material you're going to need throughout this process of fully upgrading your uniform. So the uniforms are going to have the same tiers as the comic cards. The normal, the advanced, the heroic, legendary, and mythic, and all that. But as you go up, you're going to find that the material cost is about the same as ranking up a character from 1 star to 6 star. So I'm going to need 20 bios here right now for Captain Marvel, but then when I get to the next step, I'm going to need 40 bios. And then the next step after that, 80 bios. And then the next one, 160, and the next one, 320. Do those numbers sound familiar? Yes, that is the exact same amount of bios you need to rank up your current heroes from 1 star to 2 star to 3 star to 4 star, from 5 star to 6 star. So you're going to pretty much need double the bios now if you want to fully max out your character and their uniform. And then the Nordstones is actually going to be a little more than ranking up your mastery of your heroes from 1 star to 6 star mastery. You're actually going to be using up more Nordstones of their particular type. So you're going to need 60 Nordstones, then 90 Nordstones, then 130 Nordstones, then 160 Nordstones, and then 190 Nordstones. So this is actually going to be quite expensive by the time you're done fully upgrading your uniform. And as if that wasn't bad enough using up all those materials, each time you rank up to the next level for your uniform, you're going to need a different required uniform. So you're going to need 5 different uniforms for each one uniform you want to completely max out. And in the case of the Miss Marvel uniform here, which is why I pulled this one up, is the uniforms that you're going to need is, okay, this Green Goblin, sure, fine. And then next step, I'm going to need Iron Man, the Avengers Age of Ultron version. Okay, so I need an Iron Man uniform, nice. But then after that, oh, guess what? You're going to need Iron Man Captain America Civil War uniform. So I'm going to need 2 Iron Man uniforms just to upgrade this one uniform. That, yeah, 2 of the same character's uniform to fully upgrade this one uniform, that does not seem right. So this pretty much just seems like a way to get players to buy some of the older uniforms, or just buy uniforms that they don't necessarily need. But as it is right now, since nothing has really changed in the game itself, this is not going to be pretty much a mandatory upgrade or anything like that to be relevant in the current content. The only thing that this is really going to affect is probably going to be some PvP timeline type stuff, and like the alliance battles, so all of the very, very top alliance battles when they're doing ABX and stuff like that. This is going to be affecting them to keep up getting a competitive score. But as it is right now, if you're not in like some of the very, very top alliances, this isn't necessarily going to impact you too much, except for maybe that you just want to upgrade the uniform because you have the uniform and you really like the uniform. So, with that being said, there is one thing that I wanted to just double check on my own that I have been seeing pictures of and reading a little bit about, and that is if you upgrade a uniform. So I have Elsa's uniform right here ready to upgrade. As you can see, she requires Silk's websuit, which I do have that uniform as well. But from what I've been reading is that if I upgrade Elsa's uniform here and I get my bonus option, and then I see what that is. So let's go ahead and upgrade it and just see what we get. Alright, so upgrade now. And there we go. It's now been upgraded to advanced. And as you can see, all I got was attack speed, but I also get a little bit of all attack and all defense up by 2% each. So not too bad. Alright, so as you can see, my all attack is at 501. And from what people have been saying is if you upgrade any of the required uniforms for that other character, so if I upgrade Silk right here, that value will go up or will increase. So this 501, from what they're saying, will increase if I upgrade Silk right here. So, oh, I didn't get my Silk bios yet. Give me 1 second here. Let's go ahead and get those bios. Let's go over here. Let's grab the bios. Alright, where are you, Silk? Silk. Where is she? Okay, I passed her somewhere. I must be blind. Oh yeah, right here at the top. Okay, so let's get our 20 Silk bios. There we go. Let's go back to our uniforms. Let's grab Silk. Alright, so now let's go ahead and upgrade Silk here. Alright, so boom, there we go. Silk has been upgraded. She also got attack speed at 481. But now let's go back to Elsa and see if that changed at all. Oh, what would you look at that? 750. So from 501 to 750. So pretty much a 250 increase. So plus 250. So that is about double. Actually, that's double the other. What am I talking about? Double. 250. So it's 50% increase. So not really double. 50% increase. So pretty much if you're going to want to get the most out of your uniform, not only do you have to fully rank up the uniform of the character that you want to use, you have to fully upgrade all the required uniforms that it took to get that uniform up to max rank. So that is going to take pretty much every uniform in the game if you want to upgrade even just a few characters, because you're going to require all the old uniforms, some of the new uniforms. And that right there, in my opinion, that is just the worst part of this upgrade system. So pretty much you're going to be spending a lot of crystals if you want to upgrade your character's uniform to max and then have the stats maxed out as well. So I really do not agree with the way that they have implemented this uniform upgrade system. Pretty much if they want to make it better, I think they should just pretty much take out the required uniform requirement here and just have it needing material, because then at least it's farmable. It's not behind a crystal wall where you have to actually either farm the crystals and then slowly over time get the 5 uniforms that you need for your one character, or have to pretty much bust out the wallet and buy those uniforms. So yeah, they need to do something about this. As it stands right now, it's pretty much just going to be a money pit. But the only good thing that we have going for us right now is that upgrading your uniforms is not necessarily required to do any of the content. So as it is right now, I can tolerate this. I am not going to be super upset about it just because I don't need to have these uniforms fully upgraded. It's not like it's going to change the appearance of the uniform. It's not like it gives it any more uniform bonuses. It just pretty much will give you some like gear type stats. So like it's like having an extra gear. So you're going to have the attack speed, that could be energy attack, it could be physical attack, it could be all defense, it could be any of those stats. So that's pretty much just getting another gear on your character. which is fine. So I don't dislike how the upgrade actually works for the stats. I just disagree with the requirements for upgrading the uniforms. So I think they should definitely do something about that, because as you can see, the attack speed for my Silk did not go up after messing around with the Elsa uniform, so they're not related in any way except that if the uniform is required. So with that being said, I hope this helped you when you're deciding if you want to upgrade your uniforms. Like I said, it's not going to be required right now for any of the content. It's not going to be needed to make you relevant, really, or competitive, except if you're in high level alliances. So pretty much you can think of this as like a tier 3 for your character or an extra tier for your character, because by the time you get all of this all of the uniforms, I mean, fully upgraded, the stat increase is going to be pretty much equivalent to having another tier on your character. Because as you can see, plus 750, and then that's just going to keep going up as I level up the other uniforms. You're going to get some pretty high bonuses attached to your character that way. But if they do release any content in the future without having an easier way to upgrade these uniforms, where tier 2 characters are not cutting it and you actually need characters stronger than tier 2, i.e. upgrading your uniform to get those bonus stats, that is when I am going to pretty much stop playing the game unless they fix a way to get the uniforms. Because if I can't do all of the content being relatively free to play, because I do spend some money on this game, but nothing too crazy, then I'm pretty much probably going to be putting down the game, to be honest. So I definitely think they need to do something about this, and I hope this little look at the uniforms, like I said, has helped you out in your thoughts about the uniforms, helped you out if you're planning on purchasing a uniform that you don't necessarily want just to upgrade your own character's uniform, which I would actually recommend against. Don't give them the crystals unless it's a uniform that you want. Don't try to feed into the uniform system. Let's try to get this changed and let them know that we do not like this current state and that something needs to be done about it. All right, well, I think that's enough of my ranting about this. You get my, you probably see my opinion on this. And hopefully I will see you in the next video, and I will catch you later.